England side, Chris Lawler coming in at number 2. It was a question of Madeley or Lawler, and it's Lawler who's got the number 2 place. It was also a question of whether Francis Lee would have recovered from an injury, and he's fit as well. The Scottish side, a much more adventurous looking side, a much better balanced looking side than lost at home to Northern Ireland in Hampden Park on Tuesday night. With a lot of experience there, particularly in defence, and a lot of inspiration as well. And the sheer inspiration, I suppose, they're looking for from Jimmy Johnston. Maybe Chivers is too close to him. Curran getting up well. Now Moore. Oh, Cormac. There's Moore delayed. Cormac again wasn't giving him time. As a cross going under Banks' crossbar, gathered as safely as ever though by Gordon Banks from the challenge by Curran. And what a good throw by Banks, straight to Alan Ball. Lee wanting it fast down the right, and Lee's got it there too. Hurst is waiting in the middle, and Brogan covering well for Scotland. So England's corner, it'll be Ball to take it. Chivers has gone into the 6-yard area. Hurst is there too. Peters and Lawler, who scored nearly 50 games in first-team football, is getting there as well. And Peters! Oh, was it there? Yes, it's given! Martin Peters gets that one. And England go ahead after 9.5 minutes. Clark is furious. Peters is delighted. But now Johnston, they look more and more now to this Louis man. John Gregg going up on the outside. Jimmy Johnston. And Ball putting it back there. Curran with a chance, and Curran has equalised. The back pass that wasn't a good one, and it came from Alan Ball. And Curran there in the mix-up with Banks, making it 1-1. 2 goals now in the first 11 minutes.
Well, in fact, it was Jimmy Johnson here who tried that ball through, which brought about the trouble, and there was Ball's pass back. Now look as Banks comes and misses the ball. He went straight for Curran's feet. Curran didn't touch it, so it was an own goal from Alan Ball.
Hurst and Peters are also on that far side making a move. Hurst has come towards the near post. That's aimed towards Peters and Chivers. Rob. Now Ball looking to get on that one. That fell nicely for Ball. What a nice little pass there for Lee. Can he belt this one? Still Lee going on. They're lining up for it, and Clark tipping that over. That was a fine piece of goalkeeping. Lee, who worked superbly, and I think wanted to put the killer punch in, but Hurst got a foot there first, and Clark got the arm that punched it over. So Ball with the corner. Chivers trying to go by the near post, and Scotland were in trouble again there. And I think that might well be another corner. Indeed it is. Linesman in a bit of doubt, but the referee said that was another corner, and so Ball now to take another corner, aiming towards Chivers once more, no doubt. There's Chivers going from the near post, and Clark getting that in his arms. He wasn't exactly helped by Gregg. And now it's Bremner for Scotland. Oh, an odd ball there by Bremner, going right across that line of Scottish defenders, but also perilously close to 1 or 2 English attackers. Now Lee laying it off for Hurst, and now for Ball. Hurst again, trying one on the turn, and Clark stretching out and grabbing that one as England begin to move a little more smoothly. Cooper free on his left. There's the ball aimed towards Cooper, but in fact hitting Johnson on the way. And so now it's Davy Robb. Ball shaken off that ball by Lee, and Brogan now putting it for Chivers to hammer it, and there it is! Martin Chivers! A mistake in that Scottish defence by 2 players, Robb in the first place, and by Brogan in the second, and Chivers making no mistake with the chance that came his way.
Well, in fact, it was Francis Lee here who won that. He doesn't fancy that tackle and keeps out. But in the end, he gets the break. And Martin Chivers in that position, look where the shot's from, and look at the accuracy and power. That's why Chivers is in the class that he is.
Peters Peters, Gregg, Bremner, and now Lawler. Oh, Chivers are going on this one. There was a deflection which wasn't very lucky, and there it is, Martin Chivers, another one. With Clark absolutely stranded the goalkeeper, and that's his fury, and that's again the English delight.
It shows the pace of Martin Peters. You see how much he has to make up there. Martin Chivers, there he is. Look at him racing for it. Goalkeeper slightly out of his goal, and it was just the space he wanted to get it there. He's a sprinter. He's one of the fastest men in the game, and it did stand him in good stead there.
Lawler. This one's for Cooper. And Lee would get in on this one, but Moncur there. Peters! Which in fact would have been so reminiscent of the first goal that he scored in the World Cup final, into that very goal when there was a deflection out of a German defence that time and Peters falling in on it. But in fact he didn't make very much of that half-headed clearance from Moncur. Flicked in towards Chivers. Beaten off Munro, now it's with Ball. Story played first time across the field where there were two England players waiting, and this Martin Peters who's got it, and Terry Cooper now over on the left. Cross towards Hurst, flicked on, Chivers, the hat-trick! No, disallowed! Offside, says the linesman on the far side.
Well, we can look at it now and see what we think, whether that was offside. Certainly the near defender was at fault. You can see that Chivers is at least level when that ball was flicked there by Jeff Hurst. It would have been his hat-trick, but I think the linesman was absolutely right to disallow it.
Moore. Chivers away for this one, but Moncur's gone with him. Now has Chivers the strength and the skill to fight off Moncur? Well, at least he's got the skill to find Martin Peters. Peters trying to turn it through for Clark. Now can Clark turn that one in? Down he goes. Peters to turn it across again. Ball, he cannot fail, but he has. How did he miss that one? He doesn't know, and Clark had a beautiful chance before it. And Moore. Cooper. Chivers again going for it, beaten by Munro in the air. Clark now can turn it off for Peters to hammer it just wide. Oh, another fine English move, and Peters no more than 3 or 4 inches wide, with a really glorious drive and a fine, subtle build-up.